Greetings to all and welcome to the 40th Shenanigans Ball Derby Classic. You're doing it again. That's right. 12 qualifying races, first place from each race advances to the finals. Final race is just those 12 qualifiers showing down for 12 laps on the figure 8 track. Damage is on. There are no rules. It's just absolute mayhem for the next hour or so. So get your marbles in and let's kick some booty. On our first lap today, we got a showing. We got Dr. Spoontree, Druska's Fresh Boutique, Shenanigans, Bulba, Kramer, Chicken Roost, Rider Elite, Forbid, Heaven Sent, Yorstra, Thundercat dropping it in the last 10 seconds. Dr. Hunter, TCV, Peridot, Tamers, Kurizalka, Blade Knight, Jcliff, Gaming, and Purple Towie beats the buzzer. We are ready to go on our first qualifying race of the day. The Paperclip hits it out and back. Simple track. Couldn't be simpler, but will anyone survive? Well, someone's going to survive, but yeah. Gonna be a long day. Here we go. 19 marbles now, 18 marbles remain, 17 marbles, 16 marbles remaining as the 15 marbles remaining as they go through the turn and try to get this first lap and first race underway. Up in front, it's TZV and Shining Chris trying to fight it out for first place, but they both cut to the inside as Foreman and Chicken Roo take the lead going down the back straightaway. Chicken Roo to the inside as Peridot and Bulbo Kramer move along to the outside bend, trying to get through as quickly as possible, and it's looking pretty strong for all the marbles as they go through. Chicken Roo takes out Foreman with a slugger right to the chin. No glass jaw for Chicken Roo. They just absolutely demolish the competition on that one. They got their whole family of chicks running behind them. Strangely, all the chicks are different ages and not the same ages, which is to suggest that Chicken Roo is actually reproducing at a rate faster than the maturity cycle of their offspring, and that is something we need to keep a track of. It's Peridot, though, with their classic green trail, moving up into first place, giving Chicken Roo a run for their money. Yorstra in the back, smoking and splintering, having a little bit of trouble with their marble as they try to work out the kinks on their race of the day. First race of the day is what I said, and that's how it came out. More damage being done, and Chicken Roo, another left hook straight to the jaw. Peridot, the boxing training of Chicken Roo, really coming in clutch here as they cross the line and take the victory solo, knocking out the competition. It's a 1-2 punch victory from Chicken Roo. What a fight and what a race to start off the competition. Let's get into the second one on the boomerang. All right, here we are on our second qualifying race of the day. The boomerang. We got Fresh Boutique, Yorkshire, Whoop Master, Chicken Roo, Dr. Utter, Shining Chris, Kurizalka, Dr. X, Jcliff, Gaming, Tamray, Cyber Underleaf, Thundercat, Blade Knight, TZV, Spoontree, Driscoll, Bulba, Kramer, Peridot, Evan Set, and Foreman with their first race of the night. Ready to give it their all here on the boomerang. It's a very deadly track. Those half quarters can really mess up a marble. Let's see what's going to happen if we can remember to put the slow-mo at the fastest setting and get the marbles to the front into the action. Here we go. 20 marbles somehow still alive as they go through the first bend. It looks like Shining Chris will be continuing on their trend here at the front of the line and leading the pack. Thundercat and Fresh Boutique slamming into each other like they're playing bumper cars, really trying to have it out on the track here. Shining Chris moving through with a pretty good line and speed, not getting damaged by any of the other marbles. Yorstra, TZV, Fresh Boutique, and Thundercat trying to get in that second place position as they go out of the bend and into the straightaway. Going to the outside, some marbles cutting to the inside, and they know what the other marbles don't. You'll want to be on the outside edge to get the best line. Shining Chris going to slam straight into the wall, and that's going to slow him down quite a bit. There goes Thundercat, Foreman, and Fresh Boutique with a really good launch off the back of the wall. And look at Fresh Boutique, a perfect dismount off the half turn, boosting through up into second place, fighting their way through the competition and giving Shining Chris a run for their money. Around the last tight full quarter, here they go. Shining Chris and Fresh Boutique neck and neck as they work their way through the straightaway into the second lap, and it's looking like Shining Chris is starting to fade. Fresh Boutique strong and prepped, one of the winners from 2 weeks ago, and now looking to do it again. They said they were out for redemption despite not being defeated at any point in time in recent history, but here they are out here to win it, and they are pushing that electric car to its maximum. We've already had a look with the judges at the car, and they said there is no foul play. It's really just simply an electric toy car with an inordinate amount of batteries in it that Fresh Boutique is expertly switching in and out of to maintain maximum power and to gradually reduce their speed or their weight over time to increase the speed of their marble, and it is an effective strategy that no other marble seems to be able to master master and copy. So Fresh Boutique, having monopolized the electric car battery technique game, is really out here. And there they go. They swapped out another battery, increased their lead to about 70. Marble Lake Sunshine and Chris, who's dodging the batteries that are getting hurled out the back of Fresh Boutique's vehicle. And it's Cyber Hunter Elite in third, trying to make something happen in the last half of the last lap. It's Fresh Boutique, though, still out in front by about 80 Marble Lakes now. Another battery hurled out the back. Shining Chris drives right over the top of it, and they're going to try to push through one last time, but Fresh Boutique's fresh charge is really pushing the speed out of their vehicle as they go to the outside of the final straightaway. Shining Chris closing the gap, not by much, as they go through it, and it looks like it's going to be Fresh Boutique with one more boost of speed on their final battery right across the line. It's just absolutely astonishing how effective that strategy is. It's so simple, it's brilliant. And it's Fresh Boutique for first, Shining Chris in second, Cyber Hunter Elite in third, Yorster in fourth, the rest of the marbles crossing the line. And that's going to do it for our second qualifier of the night. Let's go to the third qualifier over on the MSLA. No, on the Delta. Here we are on the Delta, the third qualifier race of the day. We got Dr. X, Droska, Jacob Gaming, Heaven Set, TCV, Chicken Rude, The Dove, Blade Knight, Thundercat, Foreman, Astrid, Tamrace, Fresh Boutique, Bubble Crane, Bootmaster, Ecto, the Neo, Smooth Tree Paradigm, Yorshire, Cyber Hunter Lead, and Dr. Hunter. Ooh, into the race we go. It was the worst time for a burp. Anyway, here we go. We got 21 marbles on the Delta. 3 corners of an interesting angle to try to get the marbles as mixed up as possible. Let's see how they handle the novelty of it all. It's Heaven Said, Fresh Boutique, and Ecto the Nito as they go through the first turn, trying to avoid all the other marbles as they crisscross through the line into the first straightaway of the lap number 1. Peridot takes out Astrid. It's a rough welcome, but that's what we do. One of the longest running marbles in the Derby history immediately kills the new guy without a moment's hesitation, and we wouldn't have it any other way here on the Derby scene. Spoontree out in front, in the lead by about 15 marble lengths, but Fresh Boutique, who's already proven themselves, is out here to dominate once again. Heaven Sent on the brink of death, holding third for now, but needs to watch out. Dr. X in fourth, wielding, it looks like a sharpened pencil, trying to chase down Heaven Sent, but Heaven Sent is leaving a smoke trail. They are running for their lives as they cross the line into the second lap, and they're going. They've got nothing but a pair of chopsticks to get themselves through this race, and they're doing the old anime ninja run with a smoke trail coming out the back of their feet like there's something out of a cartoon, and it's absolutely astonishing that Heaven Sent's able to replicate this technique in real life. Spoontree in second, starting to fade as Peridot moves around in third. Not sure what happened to Fresh Boutique. It seems like, oh, they might have thrown away too many batteries and they've run out of charges. They're going to have to coast out this one, but thankfully they've already qualified. But look at Heaven Sent running at the breakneck speed of infinity as they go through the next turn into the final straightaway of the second lap. Heaven Sent, nothing but an Ninjudo runner, a pair of chopsticks, taking them all the way. 100 marble length lead on Spoontree as they cross the line to finish out the third qualifying race of the night. Absolute domination coming out from Heaven Sent. Spoontree, nothing to show for it. Hits second, Thundercat in third. The rest of the marbles cross the line, and that was a blowout, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go into the fourth one on the MSLA Raceway. Ladies and gentlemen, our fourth qualifier of the evening on the MSLA Raceway. We got Foreman, Dr. Hunter, Thundercat, Cyber Hunter Elite, Wootmaster, Jeruska, Blade Knight, Yorster, Tamrace, Paradox, TCV, Chicken Heaven Sent, Jackliffe, Gaming, Kirizaka, Citigreat, Dr. X, Ecto, Lido, and Blitzo, not Blitzo, their first race ever on the stream, and definitely their first race ever here on the Derby scene. And we'll see how they perform. Will they get the customary greeting from the veterans on the track, or will it be something astonishing? Only time will tell. Here we go. Tamrace, Dr. Hunter, Kirizalka, and Peridot going out into the initial bend of the MSLA Raceway, looking to join in on the square corners. Dr. Hunter with a pretty good line. Shoots through the pack into first place as they go into the box corners. Here comes Blitzo, not Blitzo. Really putting on some speed, and it looks like they came to play as they go through with a good line on the inside edge. Trying to get through the second of the square quarters, they start to slow down back through the pack, and now the marbles are starting to group up and deal some damage. Here comes Dr. Hunter through the third turn of the box quarter. Heaven Sent coming around the outside. Chicken Roo up through the middle, and Peridot on the inside edge. All hitting the wall as they try to boost through. Cyber Hunter Elite takes out Jeruska. Blade Knight takes out Foreman, and the first two marbles fall. Many more to go, I'm sure, as Heaven Sent and Dr. Hunter battle it out for first place, leaving the box corners into the long bend. Here they come now through the line. A light type peloton coming through. It's Blade Knight in third, Cyber Hunter Elite in fourth, TCV, Tamrace, Ecto, and Peridot all fighting for fifth place, and the marbles still quite in it, except for the three in the back who we're not even going to talk about. It's Heaven Heaven Sent through the line, holding the lead for now, but Dr. Hunter hasn't given up yet. And a good boost of speed from Blade Knight. Are they flapping the wings in the back? No, wait, yes, no, yes, yes, they are. They are flapping some wings in the back, giving them some speed, a little bit of smoke coming off of those things as they try to push through into the hairpin turns. It's Dr. Hunter, though, with a good boost off the outside wall, pushing ahead into first place by about 40 marble lengths. Cyber Hunter, Elite, and Peridot try to push through around the outside of the bend with Heaven Sent and Blade Knight moving through the curve. It's still only the first lap, though. One more lap to go, and anything could happen on this second lap as Dr. Hunter tries to increase their lead going through the final straightaway into the second lap. Cyber Hunter Elite, though, hits the edge, boosts forward, and jumps through. Peridot with the classic green chill, once again assaulting forward. This is a tried-and-true strategy. Take it easy in the first lap and then give it your all in the second half of the second lap. They might have sprung the trap a little too early here, but we'll see if they can keep the pace as they continue to go through into the box corners for the second time. Dr. Hunter and Peridot swinging for each other. They've got the switchblades out. They're doing the Michael Jackson fighting dance thing from Beat It. I'm not sure why that's got to be there, but it is. And it's Dr. Hunter going through and slowing down. Looks like they got a little bit of a slice to the side of the shoulder. They're going to have to nurse that injury as they recover, and Peridot will be the victor, advancing forward now by about 100 marble lengths. They're a full quarter ahead of the competition, going through, drinking the blood of Dr. Hunter, and Dr. Hunter, with a bit of fit of rage, takes out Blitzo, not Blitzo, the newcomer. Very unsportsmanlike conduct there coming from Dr. Hunter as they just took their aggression out on the poor new guy who's just out here trying to have a little bit of fun, and I'm not sure the fans are going to take that one sitting down. But right now, Peridot is out in by a huge lead ahead of the competition. Cyber Hunter Elite trying to hold in second place as they go through into the hairpin turns, but Peridot seems to have this one blocked up. Cyber Hunter going for the better line, comes off the corner, chops the lead down to about 50 marble lengths, but Peridot continues to boost through. But here comes Heaven Sent and J-Cliff Gaming from behind with an unknown boost of speed. Heaven Sent doing the Naruto anime run one more time, launching themselves into second place. They've already qualified, but they're here just to shake it up for the final stretch. Cyber Hunter Elite gets a second boost, tries to boost through, but it's too little too late. Peridot's got this one all sealed up, and with about a 70 marble length lead, Peridot crosses the line and takes the fourth qualifier for themselves. Cyber Hunter gonna have to try better next time in second. Heaven Sent showing strong in third, and the rest of the marbles very far behind on this MSLA Raceway as they cross the line to finish out the race. We're going to get into this fifth qualifier of the night, ladies and gentlemen, on the Glade. Ladies and gentlemen, not without any time, I'm running out of any time, and we're just wasting more of it. It's the Glade for the fifth qualifier. We got Blade Knight, Tamarace, Kirazalga, Four, Batista, Roska, Dr. Hunter, Dr. Experiment, TMDK, Rasputin, Chicken Root, Thundercat, J-Cliff, Gabby, Yorkshire, Lugo, Val, C. Barrier, China, Chris, Cyber Hunter, Elite, Worm Sent, Heaven Sent, Ector, Leo, Centigrade, the Dove. We got them all. Yeah, boys. Working our way out into our fifth qualifier of the night, and it's going to get heated with 24 marbles. We have seen only one marble finish this track twice now, and this could be another one with so many marbles out dealing damage on this course. It's Blade Knight, Yorstra, and Lugo Valos working their way into the second straightaway as they go around the bend to try to take the lead in the initial push. Foreman holding fourth for now as they try to get through with a pretty good line. In fifth place, Sea Barrier is knocking skulls with Cyber Hunter Elite, and a bunch of marbles are clumped up in the back. There you have it. Oh my god, the marbles are just exploding. Absolute devastation out on the track, and we'll catch up with the action once the initial eliminations have finalized. Yorsha goes through in the lead. A very interesting trail. It seems to be a cup rolling sideways with smoke coming out the back of it. Not sure what the strategy is here, but it seems to be working as they are currently in first place. Blade Knight slowly flapping the wings, taking a nice sauntry glide as they go through into the tire corner, and it's going to be a good one as they go to the outside line. Foreman holds third, Sea Barrier in fourth, Cyber Hunter Elite looks like a emaciated skeleton. Everything has been stripped away from this marble from the competition, just slashing at them with every kind of blade and sharp object available to them, but still standing. Cyber Hunter Elite, like something out of a horror film, will saunter on as they go through into the next tight corner through the tires. It's going to be Cyber Hunter Elite clinging on to life. Troska holding sixth place with the Dove in seventh and a couple other marbles in the back as they try to go through, but that's that's it. Just 9 marbles left, and we're not even halfway through the first lap as we continue on this very damaging and trial by fire-like course. The Dove takes out Troska. Yorsha pushes through in that first place position. Smoke still coming out the bottom of that cup. Not sure there's going to be enough cup left as it wears away on this track, but we'll see what happens as they continue through this race. Blade Knight holds second. Foreman and Sea Barrier holding third and fourth. Cyber Hunter Elite back in fifth, and the Dove actually looking even worse for wear than Cyber Hunter Elite. You can actually at least see 1 pixel of health on Cyber Hunter Elite, but the Dove has nothing. It's an empty health bar. Some say they might just be a necrotized zombie-like corpse abomination just moseying through the track without any will or determined nature of any kind. But nonetheless, the judges seem to be allowing it, and here we go. Souls not required for the Derby. It is official. Yorsha goes through in the lead, now increasing to about 60 marble eggs, trying to get ahead into the second lap as they go through. Foreman, though, is not done yet. They're gonna... Oh my god, did you see what just happened there? Absolute skid out from Yorsha. Looks like they completely wore down one side of the cup. They hit a flat edge and just completely skidded to a halt. Foreman seizes the opportunity, overtakes by about 50 marble eggs. Now into the turn they go. Fiery Trail boosting their marble forward, but Yorsha's not done yet. They've regained their marble. They've flipped it over 180, and now we're trying to get an even roll on the other side. Blade Knight holding third as they continue to take it easy. They're not even flapping their wings. They're out here just gliding like it's absolutely nothing. They're taking it easy. They might be saving their energy for a big boost at the second half of the last lap, as we've seen tried and true throughout the Derby history. We'll keep our eyes on them as we go through. Sea Barrier, Cyber Elite, and Kirozalka all going through. It looks like the Dove finally bit it, and Fresh Booty has decided to stay all the way in the back. He already qualified on the second race, and he's just going to be lurking in the back, waiting to pick off any of the scragglers, like a wolf chasing down a pack of caribou. I think they're both on the same continent. Nonetheless, Foreman is in front with the fiery trail, blazing ahead, looking good. Blade Knight seems to be struggling. Yorsha also starting to wear down even more. There's not much left of that cup. It's already got 3 holes poking through it, and they need to be careful if they want to finish out this race. Cyber Hunter Elite, though, still in it in fourth, and Kirozalka back in fifth place going through, just trying to keep themselves alive as they go through the second half of this track. Foreman around the tight corner as they go past the loop. It's going to be Blade Knight overtaking Yorsha for the 3rd or 4th time as they continue to switch back and forth, fighting for that second place position, but they need to catch Foreman as Foreman is in the current qualifying position going into the second half of the last lap. Cyber Elite still alive in 4th. Kirozalka swinging for him in 5th. What the fuck is Kira doing? I think they're on a unicorn floaty. No wonder they're not doing well. One of the worst vehicles we've ever seen in the Derby competition, and they're out here sporting it like they think they're a champion. Nonetheless, they are still alive, which is something 8 other marbles, or excuse me, I was looking at the Grand Prix number, not the marble count, which is something that 18 other marbles can't say, so it's got to give credit where credit's due. Nonetheless, Foreman's still out in front by about 50 marble lengths as they continue to blaze themselves forward on this long and brutal track. Blade Knight now in second. Yorsha back in third and seems to be fading even more. Fresh Booty still lurking in the back, waiting for a scraggler that they can pick off as they go through. But Foreman is actually out here boosting even stronger. More speed coming through. And I think Foreman might be putting it all together here as we approach the final 2 turns. It's Blade Knight in second. Yorsha in third, trying to find an answer. But no, Foreman continues to go through, not even able to share the same screen as the other marbles. And they continue to push down at breakneck speed, going in the final straightaway to finish out this race. And it's going to be Foreman all the way, ladies and gentlemen, taking the qualifying position for themselves here in the 5th qualifier. Blade Knight in second, Yorsha just behind in third, and the last remaining 3 marbles will finish out the race. Let's get into the 6th qualifier of the night on the it's Excite Bike. Here we are on Excite Marble, as I said repeatedly just moments ago. Play it back. I definitely said Excite Marble. We got 23 marble. Oh, Jesus. I got it. Stand by. We got the Dove, Droska, Tamrace, Thundercat, Fresh Beauty, Purple Towie, Cyber Hunter Elite, Dr. Hunter, Sea Barrier, Heaven Sent, Lugo Vallis, Sensei Balker, Foreman, Shining Chris, London Monarch, Hector Lino, TMKDK, Syndigrate, Yorstra, Blade Knight, Dr. X, Jacob Gaming, and Chicken Roo. On the start line for Excite Marble, the shortest race following the longest race. Just to mix it up here, and 2 marbles died before they even hit the ground. That's what happens here on Excite Marble. You gotta come fast and you gotta come furious. Here we go. The marbles pushing through on the first half of the first lap. trying to get over these humps as quickly as possible. Ecno, Heaven Sent, and Chicken Roo all jumping for joy as they try to push through it. It looks like Dr. X going on the outside, trying to avoid as many humps and hills as they can, and it looks like they're doing pretty well as they go through. Second half of the second lap, already halfway over as we go into this final stretch. It's going to be Dr. X trying to hold it all together, but Heaven Sent's on the inside edge, even though they already qualified. Look at that in judo run, just gliding over the top like they're in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and they just skip across the water straight into the first place position, but it doesn't matter because they've already qualified. The real qualifier of our sixth qualifier of the night is Centigrade 1. Coming in, was that their first race? That was their third race of the day, and they will qualify for the finals. Let's go into the seventh race on a track I totally remember. Here we are on Marble Canyon for our seventh race of the day. London Monarch, Sea Barrier, Jacob Gaming, Blade Knight, Foreman, Kirazaka, The Dove, Tamarind, Chicken Roo, Heaven Sent, Lugaval's, Dr. X, Actolito, Driscoll, Fresh Bridget, Him, K, Thundercat, TZ, Paradox, Integrate, and Sensei Bulker, our 21 competitors here on the Marble Canyon. This one can be pretty tricky. Let's see how the marbles handle it. Going on the off-road track through the long, winding valley of this mountainous region, and plenty of wall climbing to be had for all. Lots of marbles dealing damage right out of the gate. We've already lost 5, no, 7, no. Oh, God. We've lost 8 marbles in the first third. Here we go. Droska and TMKDK out in front. Will the mods finally make a showing here on the Derby scene tonight? We're going to find out. Droska out for blood as they continue to rev that engine and grind up cars in their dust. Here they go through. Ecno the Nito trying to get around as well. 2 mods, and Ecno takes out Droska. Not sure that's a good strategy for the mods to be killing each other, but Kira's in the mix as well, using that unicorn floaty just to spite me, and they might actually pull it off. Fresh Boutique takes out Centigrade. Ecno the Nito representing the mods up in second. Foreman high and wide on those outside hills, just rolling like a madman going through on this first lap, but they are at the very brink of death, so no wonder they're keeping the pace. They need to avoid any collision at all. But Ecno Gear's now starting to chase him down, got the taste for blood and going for Foreman's throat as they continue to push through into the second lap. Kira back in third, Chicken Roo in fourth, so mods in second and third place out of the 7 remaining marbles, and they could be locking this one in. Here we go. Kira over the top. Ectolito, a little bit of a stumble trying to get their speed back down as they go through off the wall, and they're going to go around on the outside, try to cut Foreman off at the pass, but it seems to be like Foreman is continuing to push through as hard as they can. Foreman has already qualified once, so it could be Kira or Ecto, the ones qualifying right now. And Ecto is wanting to take this one all for themselves. Absolutely brutal, betraying their fellow mods and murdering all of them in their wake to try to cinch this one for themselves. But now Chicken Roo's coming up from behind, who hasn't qualified yet. No, they did qualify in the first race. Was this Ecto's plan all along? Did Ecto betray all of the mods and align themselves with everyone else who has already qualified to be the only marble that's not qualified to finish this race? It could very... Wait a minute, it is! It's Foreman, Chicken Roo, and Fresh Brew Tea, 3 marbles that have already qualified, and Ecto all alone, who took out the mods. I'm suspecting some foul play here, ladies and gentlemen. Some money may have been handed under the table. Someone paid someone to take out all the mods and take a glorious victory for themselves, and I'm not here for it. But it looks like the judges will allow it. We're going to go on into the 8th qualifier on the laps land. Maybe. All right, as just said, this is the bracket for our 8th qualifier of the night. We got Kirazaka, Droska, London Monarch, Dr. X, Chicken Roo, Sensei Bulker, Paradigm, Heaven Sent, Lugaval, Sea Bear, Ectolito, Jacob Gaming, Blade Knight, Orchard, Thundercat, Fresh Boutique, Foreman, and Tamariz. All here for this qualifying race. Let's see who's going to enter the finals on this one. The clock ticking down. The marbles prepped and primed. Here we go. The marbles across the line in the initial scramble, trying to avoid the initial damages being done as they go through into the bracket. It's just a simple out and back with a little bit of a tight turn in the middle. Let's see what they're going to do here as they go around the first 2 corners. Ecno takes out Lugo. Heaven Sent takes out Sensei. London Monarch takes out Fresh Boutique. Damage being dealt already. Another 2 marbles bite it. And London Monarch seems to be taking out quite a few marbles here. But Foreman takes out London Monarch. That's going to be the end of their reign of terror. Joska takes out Chicken Roo. And now we have 8 marbles remaining. 10 dead already. Into this next turn we go. Trying to go through the long straightaway on the back end of the track. It's Ecno the Nito out in front, who may or may not have been paid off by other marbles. Yorstra in second, Droska in third, and Sea Barrier in fourth, Blade Knight in fifth, and it's Foreman in sixth, and that's it. That's it. These are the marbles. It looks like several. Wait a minute, what's happening? Why are we? Someone's rigging this competition. Ekno, I swear to God, what is happening right now? Why is everyone just going in a straight line? Who did you pay? What is Ekno? I think Ekno just bought the entire competition. Like he just paid off every competitor, and he's rigged the whole thing from here to the end. Nope, Foreman killed. Oh, nope, wait, Marble's dying. Hold on, wait a minute. May have been some dissenters in the ranks. Is this, or are we? He's a double agent. Ekno was paid off by the non-mods to take out the mods. Then, using his newfound insider position, paid off everyone else, and now he's going to get all the other mods in one at a time. He was working for the mods the whole time. And there it is, the switcheroo. Nope, never mind. Ekno kills Struska. And then Sea Barrier in second and Foreman in third. Ekno the Nito, the wild card you can never predict. I just said you can't predict him, and then I tried to predict him. And I was immediately wrong. Ekno the Nito, though, going around the outside, moving through in first place. Sea Barrier in second, Foreman in third. It was a triple agent play. Ekno, having absolutely hoodwinked everyone, regained the trust of the mods only to turn on them a second time, and now no one knows what to do with Ekno, and they're just going to have to follow him out through the rest of this race as Sea Barrier holds second, Foreman holds third, and that's it. Sea Barrier is the only marble that can qualify, and as long as no one kills them, they will be the one qualifying in this race. They've got the escort of Ekno and Foreman in front and behind, but they have to be careful because if they decide to close that gap, they could be in trouble. All three marbles now moving through the final U-bend, and it looks like it's going to be Ekno holding that lead. Sea Barrier escorted in second place, and Foreman bringing up the rear, making sure none of the fans run onto the track from behind and try to take out Sea Barrier before he has a chance to finish this race. And there it is, the final straightaway. Ekno leading the charge, Sea Barrier escorted in second, and Foreman picking up the dust in third. That's going to do it. Another fixed race. Ladies and gentlemen, a tragic scene unfolding here on the Derby. But there's nothing we can do it. The judges say it's all allowed. Don't know why we even have judges, but here we go into the 9th qualifier. This time on Lapsland. Here we are on the 9th qualifier of the night. It's Lapsland. We have Fresh Boutique, Blade Knight, Centigrade, Foreman, Stacey Kitson, Chikaru, Droska, Sensei, Balkert, London Monarch, Dr. Rex, and I think another marble's hiding in there somewhere. Tambrace, Purple Tally, Kira Zalk, Evan Set, Lugo Valis, Yorkshire TCB, Paradox, Jacob, Gaming, Sea Barrier, and Ekno the Nito. Turns out it was Thundercat the entire time. Or was it? Did I say Thundercat? I have no idea. It's Sensei Balker. And that's going to bring us into the race. 22 marbles. Ready to... Oh, God. Trying to make sure the time's good. And the marbles are off. Into the octagons they go. They need to dodge the hills. They need to dodge the trees. Never mind. They all slammed straight into the first one. CC Kinnison, though, with their first race of the day, question mark, is going to be trying to take the early lead. But, ooh, a big blow from Tamrace. A solid baseball bat right to the ribcage. And CC Kinnison, now hunched over sideways, is going to continue to try to stagger forward. But Tamrace has taken the lead. They bounce off the tree themselves. Now overtaking CC Kinnison in first. But CC Kinnison's not out yet. He's brought out a pair of ice skates and just absolutely sliced the neck open of Tamrace. A double swing with ice skates on each hand. He's wearing them like mittens, and he is out here swinging for the fences and out-swinging the competition as they take out Tamrace for the blow they received earlier. Here comes Blade that no, not done yet. In second place, still coasting and taking it easy. Not sure if they even realize this is a competition. They might just be out here for the constitutional nature of it all as they go across the line into this second lap. Fresh Boutique, though, is in second. CC Kinnison holding first, needs to watch out for the trees. Blade Knight going through. Foreman in fourth, and Ekno in fifth, and Droska in sixth place. Ekno is still in the race, so be careful. Anything can happen with that wild card. And CC Kinnison seems to have hit a hill pretty badly. They've slowed down quite a bit. Fresh Boutique chasing him down from behind, and Blade Knight might be finally springing their trap. They've been taking it easy, sizing up the competition the entire time, and look at them. They're actually flapping their wings this time. For the first time in the entire evening, Blade Knight has actually flapped their wings to produce some form of thrust, and they're actually going to go for it here. Fresh Boutique, though, with their classic electric car strategy, throwing batteries left and right, trying to knock Blade Knight out of the competition. CC Kinnison, not done yet, seems to have recovered from their blunder, is now going through, but we're getting close to the end now. It's Fresh Boutique continuing to hurl batteries out the back of their vehicle. Blade Knight getting a little bit tied up and dodging every single one as they could try to flap their way to victory here in second place, but CC Kinnison's not out in third. But we come to the final corner, the final stretch, and Blade Knight secures it, taking the second place position. What a beautiful execution of Blade Knight, in it for the long game strategy and executing it perfectly. A little bit of a flap and a grin on their face as they go up to the top to finish out the race. And we're going to move on to the 10th qualifier of the evening. This is the circuit. Our 10th qualifying race of the night. We got Peridot, Tambrace, Heaven Set, Luga Valstroska, Yorsha, Sissikins, Chicken Roo, Blade Knight, Dr. Rex, Kirozaka, Shadow Chris, T, Forbid, Jake Lift Gaming, Seabear, TZV, Thundercat, The Dove. All ready to give it their all here on the circuit. 5 seconds, take it down. Let's do it. I'm just ignoring chat. I'm ignoring chat. I'm ignoring chat. I'm ignoring chat. I'm ignoring chat. 19 marbles out for glory as they try to get through. Thundercat now going in with a trident and some fish. Not sure what the strategy is here, but we'll see if it works. Trying to go for the updated Aquaman, who somehow is not the worst superhero in the current DC universe. Never thought I'd see that day. Nonetheless, it's Sea Barrier, Foreman, and Thundercat making their way around the bend into the straightaway. Looking pretty good, but they are all fighting for that position, trying to exchange blows and push their way towards the top. TCCV, who has had a rough night, is now trying to go for it here in 4th place, right behind Thundercat. And there it is, a good push through, but Thundercat's going to slow him down quite a bit. And there's the boost from Thundercat. A very interesting strategy there to slam back, take out the competition, and then boost forward again. Really utilizing that emergency brake, and Thundercat seems to have pulled it off as they are now in 1st place and looking pretty good. Foreman, though, not good at all. In 2nd and barely alive. TCV over in 3rd, Droska in 4th, and Lugo Valis in 5th. The marbles streaming down the track, and it looks like Droska has adopted the electric car strategy. They're trying to master the electric battery switch-out technique, and it seems like they're managing pretty well right now, but they got some places to make up if they want to take a victory here tonight. Never mind, Lugo Valis just exploded them with their geometric defense trail. And that's what happens when you try to play with the fancy strategy that is fresh brewed teas. Here comes Thundercat around the bend. Into the 2nd lap we go with Foreman in 2nd, giving chase and TZV in 3rd. Lugo Valis, Fresh Booty, Yorstra, Dr. X, and Peridot all in position. The 8 remaining marbles as they go into the next bend to finish out this 1st lap. And Fresh Booty takes out Lugo. So it's one after another as the marbles continue around this bend. Thundercat, though, seems to have got it under control. The Aquaman strategy somehow working. Still baffling, but nonetheless, it is how it is. And they cross the line in 1st place as they go into the 2nd lap. Foreman holds 2nd, TCV in 3rd, waiting to spring the trap. Fresh Booty over in 4th in that electric car, showing Droska how it's done. Yorkshire, Dr. X, and Peridot in the back, just happy to be alive as they push through on this competition. Some damage being dealt between Yorkshire and Fresh Booty. They need to be careful, both of them on the brink of death as they come around this bend. Never mind, Yorkshire takes a battery right to the teeth, and then Dr. X comes up for Fresh Booty from behind. It's a 1-2 swing punch elimination, and now we're down to 5. Thundercat, though, still in the lead by about 40 marble lengths. Foreman in 2nd, and TCV still waiting to spring the trap, but he can't wait forever or it's going to be over before he knows it. As they go through the next bend and into the next straightaway is Dr. X in 4th place and Peridot in 5th with the classic green trail. Peridot has qualified already, so they're just in it for the fun. And now TCV might be making their move. They've overtaken Foreman. They're pushing through in 2nd place. 2 boosts of speed. They're closing the gap on Thundercat. Thundercat looking for water anywhere to try to gain one last boost of speed with that trident power, but it's not happening at the moment, and TCV seems to be making a move here as we go into the last half of the 2nd lap. Foreman on the outside, TCV on the inside, both coming through on the straightaway, but Thundercat seems to be going a little bit faster now. They've got the toilet paper doing, I'm not sure what the strategy is between the water, the trident, the toilet paper, the fish. There's something going on here, and it's working, and I can't put my finger on it. And TCV takes out Foreman, trying to absorb a little bit more power before they go for the final punch into the straightaway. We got one more bend. Is TCV going to be able to catch Thundercat as they go through? But TCV, maybe it's a confusion-based strategy. TCV completely baffled by what they're seeing before them. A furious display of fish, toilet paper, water, and tridents. Thundercat has baffled the competition, baffled the commentary, baffled the entire race, and taken the victory for themselves. TCV has to settle for 2nd, and that's going to do it for the 10th competition. Let's move on to the 11th qualifier of the night. Here we are on the brick for the 11th qualifier of the night. We got Blade Knight, Chicken Roo, Heaven Said, Foreman, Tambrace, Hector Lido, Dr. X, CC Yorkshire, Fresh Booty, Sea Barrier, TZV, Luke Vals, Jake Cliff Gaming, Paradox, and Great Troska, Shadow Chris, Kara, All Good, The Dove, and Sensei Bulker, our 21 competitors for this race. Let's see how they're going to perform on the simple square-based nature of this track. It's all about strategy and doing what you should when you should. Let's go. The marbles are off, the speed inducing, and it looks like all the marbles into the first turn are already getting some action underway. 5, 6 marbles, 7 marbles dead. As we go under the tires and into the turn, it looks like Sensei Balker trying to take an early lead, but Dr. X is right behind, giving him chase in second place. And now we've got the Dove in third, Peridot in fourth. The Dove had a rough run so far, but they might be able to pull a victory out here if they can pace themselves and survive the onslaught of the other marbles. In the back, though, with very tight peloton, with Peridot, Chickenroo, Echnolino, and Sea Barrier not too far behind. Marbles through the turn now as they go into the next straightaway past the tires, and it looks like Dr. X is going to try to overtake Sensei Balker on the inside line. Coming around the bend, and looks like they're going through. There might be some damage as they go through. Yes, oh my god, huge damage being dealt. They're out there with 2 umbrellas sparring each other like they're saber wielders, and it looks like Dr. X has won the competition. Pierces Sensei Balker with their umbrella. It looks like there might have been some poisonous gas at the end of it, something out of a Batman comic book as they go through into the second lap. In first place, it's the Dove. In second, Peridot in third, and Sea Barrier in fourth. Blade Knight moving through in fifth place now. They've already qualified, but they're in here for the competition's sake, and they're really pushing right now. It's the Dove, though, with a chance to take it from behind if they can make it happen. They have the most health of the remaining marbles other than Sea Barrier, who has already qualified, and they could be using that to their advantage very soon. 5 marbles remain. Only half a lap left to go. Will anyone make a move right now? They all seem to be patiently waiting for the moment to strike as Dr. X takes the lead again into first place. Under the tires they go for the final attempt of the straightaway, and it's going to be the Dove with one last chance to make a move here. Will they do it? Dr. X holds the lead. Dove on the outside, both going for it, but it doesn't look like anyone's changing places. There's a little bit of a sprint from the Dove in the back. It's going for it just at the end, but it's too little too late, and Dr. X will be the first one across the line, taking the victory and the place in the finals for themselves. The Dove, better luck next time. 1/5 of a second behind. Let's get into the last qualifier of the evening on the Sabre. Ladies and gentlemen, the final qualifying race on the best qualifying map. It's the Sabre. We got Kira Rozalka, Peridot, Jake Gaming, Tamrace, Yorstra, Sea Barrier, Foreman, Sensei Balker, Heaven Sent, Lugo, Valos, Troska, Fresh Boutique, Chickenroo, Blade Knight, Echnolito, The Dove, Thundercat, TCV, and CC Kinnison for the final qualifying race of the evening. Let's get it underway. Here we go. Tamrace was looking for an early lead, but already falls back into the middle of the pack. It's Lugo Vallis in the front, leading around the first big turn. We got 4 full turns, 4 half turns, 8 straightaways. It's a heck of a track. Let's see what happens as the marbles go through. Lugo Vallis is taken out by Fresh Brewed Tea, who's continuing to hurl batteries at the competition and nailing them. Absolutely brutal. It's Tamrace taking out Droska, Foreman taking out Peridot. Lots of exchanging of places as they go through the second major turn into the next straightaway, and Fresh Boutique is trying to hold on to that lead as they continue to knock marbles out with their battery hurling. TCV takes out Tamrace, the Dove to the outside, waiting for their opportunity to strike. They had a pretty good strategy in the previous race, but they're going to have to do better. And there they go, up through the pack. I had my eye on them because I knew they were going to pull something. The Dove is not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. They won it, and right now they are in the qualifying position right behind Freshman T as they go through the second half of the first lap. They lose a little bit of speed as they go in the next straightaway, but they are on the outside of the turn, and they're going to have a pretty good line as they push through, trying to get through all the other marbles on this next major turn. It's Heaven Sent in the lead, Fresh Boutique in second, and the Dove in third, still putting the Dove in the qualifying position, but Thundercats getting in the mix as well with their own gooey, watery Trident Trail, trying to go through and trying to mimic the strategy of Thundercat with the confusion tactics, but it doesn't seem to be working as they forgot the toilet paper. It's a classic mistake as they go through. Wait, was it? Did I just say the same thing for the same person? Never mind. Ignore everything that happened in the last 15 seconds. It's the Dove in first place, trying to overtake Fresh Brewed Tea. But here comes Heaven Sent and Blade Knight as they go through into the straightaway, trying to take the position away. But has anyone of them not actually qualified yet? Heaven Sent qualified, Blade Knight qualified, Fresh Boutique qualified, Sensei Balker, the only one who is not qualified, and the Dove at the brink of death just needs to hold on if they can go through this entire second lap without taking another hit. Sensei Balker to the outside. Kira Herzalka and CC Kinnison moving their way through into the next major turn. At the Dove is continuing to hold a pretty good position in 4th place, but Sensei Balker's coming up from behind. Moving through, the Dove takes a chance and goes for 2nd. Fresh Brew Tea right behind, and it looks like they're trying to stay ahead of Fresh Brew Tea to avoid any battery hurlings that may be coming their way, and it looks like they're going to be holding on for now, but Sensei Balker's not done yet. Half a lap to go as we go around the major turn. It's Fresh Brew Tea throwing batteries, but here comes Sensei Balker from behind, rolls right through the Dove, and the Dove just couldn't hold on. Absolutely brutal. The Dove had it all worked out, but they forgot about one thing, and that thing is named Sensei Balker, who is barely alive themselves. Did you see that? They actually spun backwards, bounced around. I think they actually went backwards in time on that. They did it again. What are these lines they're getting as they spin drop off the back of the top of the bank shots round the corners? Heaven sent crosses in first, but Sensei Balker, in a tremendous display of athleticism, is going to take 2nd place in the qualifying position, the final qualifier for the last race of the night. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. It's the finals for the Shenanigans Marble Derby Classic, number 40. Here we are on the Figure 8 finals for the Shenanigans Marble Derby Classic, number 40. Our finalists are Peridot, Sensei Balker, Foreman, Echnolinido, Chicken Roo, Sea Barrier, Heaven Sent, Thundercat, Centigrade, Blade Knight, Dr. X, and their returning champion, Fresh Brewed Tea. It all comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen. 12 laps, full damage, all brutality. Let's go. 10 seconds ticking down as we get our marbles ready for the finals here. They got to navigate the course. They got to navigate the other marbles, and they have to finish the race. Let's see who will be the victor for the Shenanigans Marble Derby Classic, number 40. Right out of the gate, we got a lot of action. Chicken Roo slamming into the outside edge, going to try to keep themselves out of the damage fields for now, but now they're going to have to catch up to the competition and strike for glory towards the end. Will they have the speed to pull it off? That is the question. Lots of marbles with pretty clean lines, but lots of damage being dealt through every single corner. 3 marbles taken out after that first one. Dr. X goes through with a pretty good line in first place as they cross into the 2nd lap. Fresh Brew Tea up in the middle, but barely alive as they go around. Fresh Brew Tea does take out Dr. X, but they're holding on by a thread, and they're going to push forward for first place as they continue to hurl more marbles at the competition. Thundercat taken out by Centigrade, and Centigrade's going to propel themselves forward at full health and in the lead. And Centigrade looking very strong right now. They've got a kill. They've got full health, and they are in the lead. Fresh Brew Tea has been taken out by Sea Barrier. A very unexpected comeuppance there from Sea Barrier as they were one of the non-favored competitors in this finals, and we're down to 5. It's Chicken Roo way behind. We know they are the slow and steady master. They've perfected that technique, but it doesn't always work out for them both in the Derby scene and in the Redeemapalooza scene, and now they're trying it one more time in the finals. Good luck to them. Centigrade, though, in first place. They cross the line into the 4th lap. Sea Barrier holding 2nd, having freshly killed Fresh Brewed Tea and moving forward with pretty good line. Oh my goodness, Peridot slams into the wall, falls back into 5th place. Chicken Roo overtaking 4th, and this could be their strategy, just letting all the other marbles slam into the wall one at a time. Sea Barrier about to be the next one. Yes, they are, and that's going to let Chicken Roo close the gap even further. Centigrade, though, still out in front in first place. Foreman overtakes, trying to take 2nd, but Sea Barrier is not out of the competition just quite yet, even though they've taken a bad line. Foreman about to hit the wall. There they go. Another bad bounce from Foreman, but they use it to cut across the corner of the next turn, and now into the 5th lap we go. Centigrade's ahead by about 40 marble legs, and the rest of the marbles are going to need to put some pressure on as we go through. Almost halfway there now. Centigrade flying through that corner. It's Sea Barrier in 2nd and Foreman in 3rd. Trying to get ahead as best they can, but Centigrade seems to have everything under control. They haven't taken a single touch of damage. They haven't hit a wall one time, and they are just flying through this course like an absolute master. Chicken Roo, slow and steady, back in 5th, and Peridot in 6th place, unable to recover from that disastrous slam into the wall previously. Here comes Centigrade, now about 100 marble length lead, going through, trying to get a full corner ahead of the competition. Sea Barrier takes out Foreman, and Sea Barrier just seems to be swallowing the competition whole right now, absorbing their powers and continuing to push themselves ahead as best as they can to try to take out Centigrade now, who is the only one left in front of them. Going in the back, though, Chicken Roo is now in 3rd by process of elimination. Peridot in 4th, still trying to recover from that accident early on. And Centigrade in this 1st place position will finish out the 7th lap with a pretty good lead on Sea Barrier, but it looks like Sea Barrier is starting to close the gap slowly and steadily. Across the line, into the 8th lap we go. Centigrade now a full corner ahead of Sea Barrier if Sea Barrier can't come up with an answer, but they've got some speed of their own. Peridot across the line. Finally into the 8th lap. They go a full half lap behind first place as we go through. And it looks like the marbles are starting to spread out quite a bit here. We could see some collisions though. Peridot and Centigrade getting awfully close to crossing at the same time. And this could change everything as we go into the final 3 laps. It's Centigrade at first. Sea Barrier in second. Trying to go through. Pretty good line from Sea. Oh my goodness. Look at this boost of speed from Sea Barrier. They've closed the gap on Centigrade down to about 30 marble lengths as they go across into the crossover. And Sea Barrier's making their move in the final 3 laps. Centigrade needs to keep it together. Here comes Sea Barrier, a boost of speed. They're using the power of the souls they've harvested through this entire competition to now propel their marble forward, and it seems to be working. Centigrade pushes out to the outside. Sea Barrier overtakes as we go to the final 2 laps, and it's neck and neck as we go through into the next corner. It's Centigrade and Sea Barrier overtaking each other as they continue to push through. It could be anyone's race. In the back, we have Peridot and Chicken Roo doing something else. So I think they're playing patty cake over in the corner, but it doesn't matter. All eyes right now on Centigrade and Sea Barrier as we go into the final 2 laps. Sea Barrier to the inside, Centigrade to the outside, trying to regain some distance on Sea Barrier, but Sea Barrier seems to have harvested a couple too many souls for Centigrade to keep up with. Centigrade, though, still at full health, could use that to their advantage as they go through and try to muscle their way for first place with a good boost of speed through this corner. And we're into the final lap now as Sea Barrier tries to close it on Centigrade one more time. Just 20 marble lengths between the two as they cross the line into the last lap. And here we go. It's Sea Barrier chasing down in second place. Centigrade in first, trying to hold it all together as they go through. Just 5 corners left to go. Centigrade holds 1. Centigrade holds 2. And Sea Barrier to the inside. Oh no! Centigrade crashes to the outside on the final lap. Absolute devastation, and Sea Barrier harvesting the souls of the other competitors has aced it on the final race. Absolute catastrophe befalling Centigrade on the finals. Hits the wall on the final crossover. Sea Barrier put the screws to him all the way up to the very end. Steals it for the win. The fans are going to be absolutely ecstatic on that one. Peridot does finish in 3rd. Chicken Roo slow and steady in 4th place. A finish no one ever saw coming. And congratulations, Sea Barrier 91 on winning the 40th Shenanigans Marble Derby Classic. We'll see you next week for the next one.